Kitty with the 2 4s. 7 big blinds. I would guess a reluctant shove with the 2 4s.
All in with the sailboats. Let's see if anyone has a calling hand. Tom Parsons has jacks on the button. And he reshoves for 160K.
You've helped me once.
An absolute massive moment for Tom. And of course, Kitty all in with the 4s herself.
Yeah, she's the at-risk player here, and she is behind. The flop is Queen 9-6. And of course, spades aren't working for Kitty because Tom has the jack of spades. She has 2 outs. There's a 4 on the turn.
Oh, that is absolutely heartbreaking for Tom. I don't believe it. Not even a reaction from Kitty. 1 card to come, 2 outs. Can Tom find a jack?
Oh, yes, he can!
God.
Yes, he can!
I don't believe it. What a river card for Tom Parsons. Unbelievable. I don't believe that.
Set over set sickness. He goes behind on the turn, gets there on the river, and Kitty Quo is KO'd. So Shylko made it 400K. Pizzari calling with the suited connectors on the button, and Nacho 9-7 of diamonds in the big. Does he come along for the ride, or does he get squeezy?
He's not folding, I'll tell you that much.
Yes, yes, that much we know.
You ever try to fold a nacho? It's impossible.
He's going to call the 400K, and we're going 3-way to the flop.
Wow, those 9s are in good shape against these 2 hands.
Oh,
except
wow.
Nacho Barbero is running hotter
Are you kidding me?
than a pickled jalapeno.
And everybody flops a piece of that. 2 9s, pair of 9s with the open-ended, blocking the straight that Nacho has. Even Pizzari has bottom pair straight draw, backdoor flush draw.
Best hand, best draw.
And he's leading right into the field.
10-star hand.
What a ridiculous flop. Nacho with the straight, with a street flash draw. Shylko feeling pretty good about 9s right now.
Shylko has to at least call here.
Pizzari has a pair of 8s, has a draw of his own. Has only 6%, by the way. Gets out of the way.
It's hard to overcall.
Not only does Nacho flop the straight, he's open-ended straight flush draw to go along with it.
Street flash poker! And we're going to the turn. Deuce of hearts.
Oh my, and Nacho's gonna lead again, and it's gonna be tough for Shylko to fold to another bet here.
Hey, Shen, taking a little nap there. I think the end of this hand might wake him up. And why? Why is it the 2 biggest stacks?
Chances are when this hand ends, players will be going on a 20-minute break.
Yeah, and I think Nacho's gonna go relatively big. Hope his opponent is on like a hand like Jack Queen, Jack King, Ace Jack. Yeah, he's betting 2 million or close to it. 1.8. This is a tough spot here for 2 9s. I do think Shylko has like a fair bit of better hands he can call with here.
Wow,
good fold. Very good fold.
This is
so sick.
A horrible situation for Joop van den Bijgaart.
Puke van den Bijgaart. Oh boy.
Joop van den Bijgaart move all in with kings, gets snap called by aces, gets the bad news, and now needs to get lucky.
Feels like all the color really left his face. I mean, I get it. Even if you're ahead in these spots, it's never easy because just the idea that you could potentially get unlucky with aces versus kings with life-changing money on top is definitely tough to stomach even before the run out.
Queen 9 deuce.
Well, it's a tough take.
That ace on the turn seals the fate of Joop van den Bijgaart, and they're checking the stacks, but it looks like van den Bijgaart is covered by about 25K.
Do you remember the time I was accused of stealing the television from the hotel room on the NAPT?
I do.
I was out partying with Daniel and Marcello Del Grosso and his wife when I came home and forgot to notice that the TV had been stolen from my room. And when I reported it in the morning, they were like, you did it. When we're calling the cops.
You are the worst criminal ever.
Yeah. Literally, the lady at the front desk was like, wait, what happened? I was like, yeah, like someone stole the TV out of my room. And she's like, and where were you? And I was like, I was out. And she's like, okay, wait right here, while she called the cops. And then the cops dragged me into this conference room at the hotel, and they're like, and where were you last night? And I was like, I was at the casino party with my friends. And they go, all right, well, what kind of car did you drive here? Because they thought I took the TV and put it in my car. And I go, I came here in a limo. And the cop just closed his notebook. He goes, all right, you can go. The worst part was I think I won a tournament from my room while the TV was gone and I didn't notice.
For me to watch.
Moreau outflops Betbese here, but flop went check, check, and
Probably, I mean, if I come in first,
probably not going to see Betbese get too crazy with this hand. Probably just going to be a one and done if Moreau decides to come along. I don't know, that sizing kind of on the chunky side, though. Does
A little chonker.
Yeah, does put a pair of eights in a bit of a pickle.
Moreau don't care if it's a chonker.
Neither player with a diamond.
Barry Greenstein makes an appearance, but does not change the outcome of this hand.
This is the dealer, by the way, right? Jerome Moreau?
Indeed.
Has 8 big blinds left, not even a pot-sized bet.
Poker dealer versus keyboard player from a 1970s synth band. And Betbese is going to shove river.
I mean, shoving on a pair of eights.
Wow, I mean, this would be an awesome hero call for Moreau. Would get the full double up, but
Max pressure.
it's a tough call to make.
Yeah, but it does feel like, I'm not all about the live reads, but Betbese went all shifty-eyed on the river when he said all in, just looking to see if Moreau was going to snap call, but no. Moreau
Does
didn't.
make the call. What an amazing
That
call
is
by
Yes.
Moreau.
amazing.
Calls for his tournament life and is right and gets the full double up.
Wow.
I think we should be coming in for raises here a lot, but it looks like he's going to be content to call with the 10-5 offsuit on the button. We should continually be putting pressure on our opponent when we're in position on the button.
Menzel has checked his option with Jack-9 offsuit. The flop is 8-5-5, trips for Shylko. Fortunately for Menzel, he has nothing.
Right, this isn't a flop that Jack-9 can generally put himself in any trouble, but he is going to put out the one big blind here. I imagine we have a just call here for Shylko. We're not really scared of many turn cards. And he does just decide to call.
800K apiece. 10 on the turn. So Menzel now picks up the open-ended straight draw. Shylko, however, has a full house.
So he does not want to make his straight here. It could all be over on the first hand of heads-up play. Probably a decent card for him to continue betting, and he does.
Bets 2.8 million into 4 million.
And if I'm sitting in Shylko's shoes, it looks like a bluff because the other hand that he might have had on the flop was an 8. And with the 10 card rolling off on the turn, it doesn't really look like an 8 anymore. I think he otherwise would have shut down if he picked up virtually any other card that wasn't the 10. Love to see him just call here again.
How's Shylko keeping it together?
And he uses the time bank.
I don't even know that that's a ploy at this point. He could be just freaking out.
I think we're just calling here. You have your opponent dead and you're in position, so you let your opponent either make a hand and value bet into you in the river or bluff.
This is an occasion where the Germans are hoping that it is not always coming 7.
Oh, man.
He wants to make it look like he has an 8 here and a decision to make on that turn bet.
Yeah, he has made the call, so we go to the river. 9.6 million in the middle. The river card is a queen!
It could
That's
all be
it.
over on the first hand here, and it probably will be.
It's game over. I don't see how Menzel gets away from this. He's rivered the straight, but Shylko turned the full house. Menzel was actually drawing dead on the turn.
Absolutely, it's got to be over here. There's no, it's the only straight and the biggest possible straight. There's no flush. When your head's up, you're not running into full houses here very often. And now he's beating some of his fives. He could have had a hand like ace-5 or king-5 that he's now beating.
So many fives.
No escape for Max Menzel as Shylko values the river.
He checked.
Yeah, he checked and he's setting up the check raise all in. You know it's coming. 4.5 million, the bet from Shylko. And if Menzel requests the triangle, it is over.
He should be jamming here. You're beating too many hands. In fact, you're beating more fives that aren't full houses than are.
Way more.
He's waiting for his moment. You know he's going to pull the trigger.
Especially having made that deal.
All in and a call, and it is over. So sick. The ultimate cold deck, the ultimate cooler to end the second edition of the PokerStars Players No Limit Hold'em Championship as Alexander Shylko from Belarus takes it down for over $3 million.